What's up, everybody? And we're back live, week two, Battle of the Bangers. It was it was another week full of bangers, stockpiled, full of the bangingest of the bangers. Holy shit! There's a lot to cover this week, but first, may we say a quick prayer for all those comrades we lost in the heat of battle. Those who just decided, I have better things to do than to write a song in a full week's time and try to compete against other amateur musicians on the internet. RIP, Fallen Dove. May they forever be flying into a land of music. Uh, who else? Baby Dick John saw Nick Bonen's track and was like, nah, I'm out. Apparently, last week he also posted a track from 2 years ago. So that's against the rules. Wish I would have known then. But Nick Bonin gets a free trip onto week three. Come on, guys. Somebody's got to show up and show this guy who's boss. Am I right? I'm right. And then last but not least, who else do we have no show? Rip Lux's opponent. Who was he paired up against? Rip Lux, week two. He was facing off against Valany, who, as we all know, just didn't understand at all what was going on. There is something to be said about reading comprehension, about looking at the rules of like, oh, this isn't just a head to head, let's diss somebody randomly. It's a topical tournament. So yeah, now that we've all settled in, got rid of the excess, now it's time for us to really get down to the nitty gritty. Us to really see who has what it takes to make the bangiest of the bangers. While we're doing that, let's see who's online. Anybody watching out there, say what's up in the chat. Make sure to wave or comment. Feel so lonely if I'm just saying nonsense to myself. What's up, JCC? King Zig in the house. Pair of dice. Who are you? Bro. That's me. I go by bro. All right. So we had one battle that was completely tied down to the last minute. It was YPG and Relac. And we had one person casting the tiebreaker right now, Johnny Soul. Voting is now closed. They are the complete and utter authority on who goes through. Congratulations, Relac. YPG, hard fought. This was fucking insanely close. Voting is now done. Everybody is locked in. And we've got our new matchups. Well, we don't have the new matchups, but we do have what happened in the last round. Let's go over it, shall we? So, as stated, we had some insanely close calls. We had a lot of people who were, again, within one vote, two votes. We had all day Sunday to vote on this. We had Saturday. Like I said, call your folks, right? Call your wife, call your kids, call your grandparents, say, Mom, I'm in an online rap tournament. Can you log in and maybe check out some of these battles? And then she'll end up voting for your opponent anyways, because you never call her anyways. But that's how we do shit here. And all jokes aside, holy fuck, YPG and Relac. This was one battle of the styles. YPG, he has just this unbridled energy, just this rawness. and all of his shit is super super catchy. I'd say kind of more mainstream. I've listened. I spent 3 hours listening to, not 3 hours. I've listened to each and everybody's song like three times. So you know there's not enough hours in the day. But I was definitely impressed by YPG's submission this week, and I gotta say, Relax, same thing, man. I think he leaned more into the rapping this time. Both of them, the mixes were like a little bit wet, but I did like Relax attack on the Mr. Cool topic. I think they both did Mr. Cool in different ways, and Relax definitely took it a little deeper, where YPG made just an absolute banger. So by one vote submitted just a few seconds ago, we had the tiebreaker. Congratulations, Relax. You're moving on to round three. Next up, we had Mimic and King Zig. This is another clash of the styles. Mimic with his deep bars and his British accent, just, oi, mate, I feel sad. And King Zig's like, nah, fuck that. You don't feel sad at all. I never feel anything because I live in Indiana. That's basically what happens. We had King Zig just yelling about some bitch in her vanity mirror, like, yeah, bitch, yeah, you can be my princess. And then Mimic being like, oh, I have feelings, sir. Can I have some more feelings? I actually really enjoyed both of these ones as well. Another very close matchup decided by one vote. Again, voting is so fucking important. If you didn't get enough votes, that's on you. One vote, King Zig. Congratulations, my friend. You're moving on to week three. All of these could have been decided by a coin flip, I swear to God. Next up, again, one fucking vote. One vote decided this one as well. Ray New versus Kyle Herman. This, again, how many times can I say it? Could not have been more contrasting the styles. You have Kyle Herman with his boom bap rapping about what it's like to be a 36-year-old. Oh, it sometimes hurt just to get out of bed in the morning. I feel that. I understand completely where this man's coming from. This is music that speaks to my soul. And honestly, it's super catchy too. Shout out, Kyle. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to take down Ray New. Ray knew what he was doing, and just rappity rapped him. I would say that track was very technically impressive. The flow, the concept, like I thought it was super deep take on what you were doing, on the topic provided. I love the approach you took with it. Both of you actually really enjoyed the different ways you took it. Ray New, I would say, like, man, if you just made that song shorter, it would have hit even harder. So shout out to both of you. Hard fought. Ray New moves on into week three. Next up, Riplux versus Vachlany. Riplux. Now, this is one insanely talented rapper. Been around the forums forever. I've known of this guy. Great flow, intelligent lyrics. This is kind of a sleeper here. I would say Riplux, he hasn't had to go up against anybody. So he's just kind of been going through the rounds. I'd be really interested to see what happens when he gets an opponent, because I think this is one that we haven't had to see him just murder. At the same time, we're going to have to see him kind of maybe get out of his comfort zone a little bit, in order to compete with maybe some more of the, oh, I rap by saying I do it fucking all, the multi-talented, the America's Got Talent folks that we have in here. So shout out Riplux. You actually stick around. I got a surprise for you. Well, I mean, it's no surprise. I like your song. Next up, Eric Detzel versus Cody Nash. This one was another close one. both had kind of similar approaches. Cody Nash just full on put it all out there. Just like this man is a well of deepness, good friend, love him to death, just constantly all the challenges, all the adversity, he funnels it into music. And today was a perfect example of how to take a situation and make a banger out of it. And he was up against Eric Detzel, who I thought he took the spider webs concept really interested in a really interesting direction. Um, talking about the Widowmaker, it was kind of a fun, boppy, uh, boom bap. Let's talk about this girl who's bad for me. That's kind of my type of music. And plus, he's mentioning Coors Lights and bourbon. Hell yeah! So I'm sad you couldn't join the party for week 3. This was good tracks from both of you. Shout out Cody for moving on. Next up, Baby Dick John and Nick Bonin. Baby Dick John, may God have mercy on your soul wherever you are. I hate you, and I hope you step on Legos. Nick Bonin, classic Nick. 2 weeks in a row, seeing this motherfucker just make the most poppy, interesting songs with his vibrato voice. It just goes, and next thing you know, it's a sad boy banger. Shout out Nick. Seeing the magic happen in the voice card, the voice chat. Guy's always lurking in there, making his next beat. Check it out. Congrats on moving on 2 weeks in a row for opponents that are just too scared to face you. Next up, M Theory versus Ripples. Oh, buddy, this one was fun. Ripples came the best I've ever heard Ripples. This was really just showcase of talent. He's got kind of that old school style. He's got intelligent things to say. The slang that he used for bullies at the lunch line, never heard that one before, but learn something new every day. M Theory, also interesting, just style. I like his voice. I like his booming beats. He always has interesting productions to go along with that gravel voice. He ended up pulling it out, 9-4. Shout out M Theory. You're moving on to the next round. All right, next up, Nobody versus Trev. This was an interesting battle. Nobody came in with some shouty, screamy, I want to hurt myself song. And honestly, it started out and I was like, oh, I like this. I mean, it's different than the type of music that I normally listen to, but I was like, yeah, okay. I do think that it kind of fell apart halfway through, though, when you started talking about, oh, I got to the emergency room and like started touching her chest or something. That's around the point where the flow fell off of the beat, but is a really unique style, and I could see there's a lane for that. Trev ended up taking this pretty handily, just by kind of throwing shots out to everybody. Just bop, bop, bop. One for Goom, bop. One for Cody Nash, bop. And ultimately one for Coulter. Apparently, the Colts Trev tag team duo really want to just chop Coulter off at the knees and be like, what's up, fool? We're two guys that sound the exact same. What are you going to do about it? And then Coulter's going to sing at him, and then they'll all wind up exhausted in a pile of semen. But congrats on the battle that Colt and Coulter did. I guess they're battling for the first, part of their names. You can check that out in our lounge. There is a SoundCloud link where you can see both of the disses and see who did better. For this battle, though, Trev took pot shots at everybody and ended up going through to the next round. Now, here's where it gets real serious. Privacy versus Sully. Oh, what to do? What to do? Over 20 votes. 20 votes. And they're still decided between one vote. Come on, guys. Make my job easier, please. This one was great. Privacy, I actually slid in his DMs. I was like, are you sure you're not AI? And he's like, no, I got it like that. I got it like that. I literally can sing. Let's go in the voice chat. I'll show you. It's like, okay. And meanwhile, Sully, he's over there in Germany, just shaking his blonde hair and, making these anthems for the SADs. And both related to different people. Privacy, I begged Paradise to drop a tie-breaking vote, and he ended up giving it to Privacy. And congratulations. This is too close. It's too close for me. Next up, Birdcage. Birdcage, this is the Battle of the Birds. He had a no-show with the Fallen Dove. Dove fell right out of the cage, and Bird moves into the third round. Congrats, buddy. I think this is another one that's a sleeper. We don't know his true potential until he gets matched up with an actual opponent. So be on the lookout. Week 3, this guy's going to rip your fucking head off. Next up, X-Raider versus Colt. Both of them took the same topic. Both of them kind of just dissed each other. I'm pretty sure X-Raider called Colt a butthole, which is hilarious. Haven't heard that one basically since I was in, 5th grade. But that's how you know that he really means it. That's how you know he's like, there's some venom between there. And Colt took the time to also, kind of throw shots out. And honestly, he's got a really dope style. He's got a dope flow. This time, the people felt that X-Raider just had quite a little bit more polish. And bam! X-Raider into the next round. Next up, a great battle of the styles. Catalyst versus Coulter. Catalyst versus Coulter. This is just, I'd say, one of my favorite battles of the week. This is one of my favorite battles. I'll just say it. Catalyst. I do see the Mac Miller influences. Another awesome beat. If you produce that beat, very impressed. Cool flow. People love the chorus. It was like a chill song that like definitely was more than I was expecting. Meanwhile, Coulter made a fucking anthem. Hostage. I downloaded it. I'm not gonna lie. It's on my computer now. That shit's fire. Ultimately, Catalyst couldn't catalyze catatonically, canonically, Coulter. And Coulter's on to the next round. Shout out to both. I love them. Next up, another battle of the week. Kyle Jamison versus Rogue Jepsen. Holy shit. Did you see that coming? I did. I know both of these guys are dope. And Rogue Jepsen, man, when he puts his mind to being sad, he sure does the sads with the best of them. Catchy hook, catchy. He was saying in the voice chat that he always has songs like this and, just felt like it was one of his weakers. I disagree. That's just because you're so used to your own style. When you put it out there with people, you never know the reception. I loved this song this week, so don't be upset. Kyle Jamison, come on. He's like fucking Childish Gambino meets I don't know, somebody with a great voice. You insert here. Great switching styles throughout. I liked the J. Cole comparison. I liked the switch between the dope rapping, the storytelling, and just the million layer anthemic chorus. Chef's kiss. Kyle Jamison on in the next round. Next up, Knowledge, Mailbox Spiders. This one was also close. I hate when they're close. I wish they could be like 100 votes here and then 1 vote here. Sorry, 1 vote. This one was decided by 2 votes. Again, coming in kind of at the last minute. Mailbox Spiders, more people feel like he edged this out versus Knowledge. Knowledge had his north, south, just deep, I'm going to say directions. I thought it was a chill ride along song. I could see that playing in the car. Mailbox Spiders. Interesting lyrics. I thought unique instrumentation, interesting lyrics. Ultimately, people chose to go for the creativity versus a chill song they probably heard before. Last but not least, MCD versus Eisenberger. MCD versus Diasic. This is one that, as preluded, a lot of buildup. There's been a lot of history between these two. I always knew it would be a fun little get together, a fun little head to head. The sorting cap never lies. MCD comes in with a good, deep song about being a ghost, feelings, sadness, dead relatives. All of these things led to a catchy yet relatable tune to tap your feet to. Heisenberger, meanwhile, did a lot better than I thought. I think you came harder than round 1. I think that, you know, you got something there. You just kind of have to figure out how to hone the style a little bit more. So MCD moves on with The Polish. So that leaves MCD, Mailbox Spiders, Kyle Jamison, Coulter, X-Raider, Birdcage, Privacy, Trev, Relac, Ray Stans, King Zig, Ray New, Riplux, Cody Nash, Nick Bonin, and M Theory to make up our Sweet 16. Can you believe it, guys? We're down to the Sweet 16. Never thought we'd see the day. Now that all the riffraff are out, you guys ready for some real competition? You guys ready for some real fucking songs? You thought what worked last time is going to work this time? Fucking no. Definitely not. I will say I have a surprise for you all, though. Before we get into the sorting cap and before we just dive into the matchups, which I know you're so hungrily waiting for. Can I get a matchup, Daddy? No, not yet. You got to wait. And here's why. Here's a surprise. Friend of the show, Ray Stans, generously donated another $100 for our causes, for our shenanigans, for the tournament to be a success. Shout out, Ray Stans. You're a real one. What I chose to do this week, I'm going to give you a top 5. D-Bird's top 5 songs of the week. And again, I listened to all of these fucking things 3 to 5 times. Some of them I downloaded. Some of them I played once, played again, forgot what I was going to say about it, and played it a third time. But everyone got a fair shake on this, including those with no shows. So I'm going to do top 5. Coming in at number 5 is Mr. Ray Stans himself. Oh, dude, I didn't even talk about Mason Blair versus Ray Stans. This was, I think, my favorite battle of the match. So Mason Blair, this guy is dope. I think I really like Mason Blair's style. I was like, holy shit, like this guy, again, if he just cut out some of the intro, cut out some of the outro, yeah, like this would have been a solid track. Cool. I love the harmonies. I love the chorus. This was catchy as fuck. Mason Blair, it's a shame you're not moving on. Ray Stans, however, banger. This is barn burner times 1,000. This song, Ray, do this. I mean, sure, you said busting like capillaries or whatever. That's okay. Jacob's production with your voice, talking your shit, talking about that fucking hair, your handsome swag. Do that. Do that more. Number 5 for the D-Bird list, Ray Stans. Shout out, buddy. Number 4, I got Rip Lux. Rip Lux crushed it. I don't give a shit what anyone says. You can talk about, this is his style, this is what he does. Yeah, but he does it fucking well. He's rapping his fucking dick off, and just because you can't do it, don't be hating the messenger. Rip Lux, number 4, ranked in order. Number 3, Coulter. Coulter, Hostage. That's on my computer. I'm going to be playing that shit for sure. Yeah, I thought you obviously did a great job. The mix is solid, very catchy. Shout out to Coulter on that one. Number 2, I'm going to give this one to Nick Bonin. Again, solid style. Guy knows what he's doing. He's got that sad boy pop sound down to a T. Like, I was in the voice chat hearing the making of the beat, very impressed at all the things that he does and continues to do. I bet week 3 is going to be even better. But the number 1 song of my playlist for this week, Kyle Jamison. Kyle Jamison. Shout out, Kyle. I thought that the mix of the rapping and the singing was so fucking sick. The chorus that you had, big fan. That's going to be sticking in my head. Again, like, there's so many to choose from. I know everyone can have different favorites of this competition and different favorite songs of the week. These are mine. Kyle, $100, buddy. Right to you. We'll talk after this. I'll be sliding your DMs and getting your information, but shout the fuck out. Everybody who came hard, come even harder next time. Who knows what kind of prizes we'll be throwing out there, or who knows who will donate what. Maybe they'll donate an alpaca farm, maybe a fucking wool sweater from Pakistan. Anything can happen. But that was this week's top 5. Shout out, everybody. I was very impressed. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's make some of these matchups happen. The infamous D-Bird Wonder Beanie coming in handy. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. You guys ready for this? Post in the chat who you want to go up against. Point out into the stands. Be like, Babe Ruth, baby. Who's it gonna be? Are you not entertained? Battle of the Bangers, week 3. Let's go. First up. Turning the page. All right. First up. Kyle Jamison, the $100 richer Kyle Jamison, D-Bird's favorite of the week, is going up against Mailbox Spiders. Mailbox Spiders. MBS. That should be great. Next up, Ray Stans. Ray Stans, the barn burner himself. Who the fuck would dare go against that hairline? Oh, Birdcage. Oh, shit. Ray Stans versus Birdcage. Look, as much as I love Ray, can't go against a fellow bird. So good luck to both of you. Next up, X-Raider. X-Raider, Razor. Sharp. Little old versus King Zig. King Zig. This has the potential to be Battle of the Week. Let's see what they do with it. X-Raider versus King Zig. Next up, Relax. Relax squeaked by this week. Squeaked by 1 vote. Young Pagan God is going to vote against him automatically. But, you know, that's what voting's for, baby. Relax versus Trev. We'll see if Trev will continue to just diss people randomly or just kind of lean into his own style. Time will tell. Or maybe Relax will just start to diss Trev. For their battle alone, I'll just say diss each other. Next up, MCD, McDonald's, or MCD going up against Ray New. I am a little bummed that we didn't have a Ray New versus Ray Old. Would have been cool. Let's find out who's up next. Cold Turkey. The old Colty. Not Colt, it's Coulter. This one is Privacy. Couple singers. We'll see which one of them is AI and which one is not. Next up, Cody Nash. Cody Nash has been predicting his name would get drawn pretty soon. Let's see who he's up against. Nick Bonin. I guess you were right in the chat. Cody Nash versus Nick Bonin. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, there's got to be one more. Right? Yeah, might as well just pull them both out. We got The Kid Lux and M Theory. Rip Lux and M Theory. Yeah, I realized too late that I didn't have to do it one by one this time. So here we are. Rip Lux versus M Theory. That one's going to be good too. These rappers are going to rap their fucking face off. Are you guys ready for week 3? We've got Kyle Jamison versus Mailbox Spiders, Ray Stans versus Birdcage, X-Raider versus King Zig, Relax versus Trev, MCD versus Ray New, Coulter versus Privacy, Cody Nash versus Nick Bonin, and Rip Lux versus M Theory. Shout out to everyone that's participated so far. Without you and your votes, this would not exist. Democracy still matters. We love you. Let's have a good week 3, shall we? On that, I'm going to sign off. Get some rest after a long weekend of debauchery. And good luck to the competitors. We'll see you in the chat. Peace.